I just recorded a video for Book of Thomas saying number 5. And I went to post it and I realised I've already done it. Oh well. So, moving on. Book of Thomas saying 6. His disciples questioned him and said to him, "Do you want us to fast? How shall we pray? Shall we give alms? What diet shall we observe?" Jesus said, "Do not tell lies and do not do what you hate, for all things are plain in the sight of heaven. For nothing hidden will not become manifest, and nothing covered will remain without being uncovered." He didn't really answer their question, did he? The disciples clearly asked him, "Do you want us to fast?" No real answer. "How shall we pray?" No real answer. "Shall we give alms?" Alms is charity. No answer. "What diet shall we observe?" Interesting. So, this book, the Book of Thomas, is for those that have been initiated. And they're asking him, what do we do now? So they're asking within themselves, their own higher consciousness, shall I fast? But he doesn't answer them. Do not tell lies. Okay. And do not do what you hate. I was married for 25 years. And it was apparent to me that it was just a lie. So I walked away from it. I used to work in the high-risk security industry. Ballistic vests, high-powered rifles and pistols and things. And I hated it. Walked away. For all things are plain in the sight of heaven. It was a cognitive dissonance. Is that you're doing something that you've always done, but you now hate it. Like the consumption of dead flesh and alcohol. Yeah, I used to eat steak, bacon and all the rest of it. And then I realised, I did some research and I educated myself, put some information into heaven and used consciousness. But my mind was saying, but you like bacon. But heaven was saying, it's filthy. Get rid of it. It's murder. You shall not kill. Because all things are plain in heaven. Higher consciousness. For nothing hidden will not become manifest. So what the mind has hidden from me, the suffering of the animals, the violence, man's violence towards each other, the use of weapons, the oppression, the intimidation, the fear, it became manifest for me. I could see it. I could see it in myself, and I could see the effect I was having on others. Why would I want to take part in that? And there was cognitive dissonance, a war in high places. So you don't do the things you hate. For nothing hidden will not become manifest, and nothing covered will remain without being uncovered. So I was exposing myself. And my own hypocrisy. It was interesting. It was difficult. Because you're looking at yourself. You have to know yourself. And yourself is your higher self. And there's a lower aspect, because you are too. There's the wolf. That's the carnal mind, also known as the Apostle Paul. The ego. And then there's the higher consciousness, the higher self. Also known as Jesus or Krishna. But don't externalize this stuff because it's all within. And then you don't do the things you used to do because you hate them. Do not do what you hate. It's really simple. Do you want us to fast? How shall we pray? Shall we give alms? What diet shall we observe? So the disciples are asking direct questions, but not really receiving any direct answers. But when you understand, do not tell lies. So if you're living a lie, you're a patriot. It's a nonsense. It's just a mental thing. It's garbage. It's just it's like a border, a line on a map. And you go to the country's borders and look at the ground. There's nothing there unless you're building a fucking wall. Walls serve two purposes: to keep people out or to keep people in. How shall we pray? Prayer is meditation. It's not about getting on your knees and telling God what to do. Oh, it's absurd. Oh God, please take this coronavirus away from us. Well, hang on. Please take cancer away from us. It even says in the book, I create light, I create darkness, I create good, I create evil. God is your brain. If your brain is low in consciousness, experiencing the illusion of separation, that's evil. It's creating evil. If you overcome the illusion of separation by subjugating the ego, turning it from the master into a servant, raising that energy, become good. Then you have knowledge of good and evil. You see? This is not judgment with man's standards. Oh, this is good, that's bad. That's good, that's evil. Because that's affected by culture, societal standards. What diet shall we observe? So indirectly, he did answer the question. I'll not lie to you. I enjoy a steak. I like mine well done. But I won't eat the fucking thing. I won't even look at it. And if I close my eyes and imagine eating a steak, my body generates a wave of nausea. Because my body has an intelligence that is far greater than the intelligence or the desires of my carnal mind. Shall we give alms? Charity. That when you meditate, you are performing charity. You are offering yourself. That's the ultimate charity. The other arm is when you raise the secretion. You raise the lamb and it's burnt off. The firstborn son. The Son of Man. That's what Jesus is called. He's called the Son of Man. Why? But he's called, yeah, but he's the Son of God. God is your brain. The sacred secretion comes from the brain. It's the son of the brain, the son of God, created inside man. That includes females. So it's the son of man. Just to take away any confusion there. And confusion is of Satan. Satan means adversary, low consciousness. That's what it means. There's a diet in the Bible, and it's becoming quite popular actually. It's called Daniel's diet. It's the prophet Daniel. What diet shall we observe? Be guided from within. Test everything. It's written elsewhere here that you will eat everything that's put in front of you. Now, if you're low consciousness, you'll think, right, I've been cleaning my house for 3 months. Now I'm visiting my mate and he's made me a big steak. But I've got to eat it because he's made it for me and I have to eat everything that's put in front of me. No, that's not what it means. Life is a menu. And we have all these things being offered to us continually. And you have to eat everything that's given to you. In other words, you have two ways you can eat something. You can eat it like a swine. You can swallow it whole, just ingesting everything, never considering it. Or you can eat it, chew the cud, like a clean animal. So you'll eat everything that's put in front of you. Now some people will just swallow everything whole. They won't consider anything. Low consciousness. Whereas if you are on the path, the narrow path, things will be put in front of you and you'll chew the cud. You'll consider and you'll use discernment. Now, I'm not talking about food. We're talking about everything that's offered to us in life. The choices we make. You become more conscious of your choices. You become more conscious of your mind's influence in your choices. When I stopped eating meat, dead flesh, as it should properly be called, I'd go into the supermarket and I'd look around at the supermarket and all the shit on the shelves. And it was the miserable acknowledgement that there's fuck all here worth eating. When you go into a supermarket, you walk past all the vegetables and the fruits, all those beautiful colours and smells, living things. And then you get into the aisles of packaged, processed garbage. And right at the back, normally, you find all the dead flesh, chopped up animals, murdered sentient beings. And of course, it was miserable because, fuck me, I don't want to eat any of this shit. I'm not holy about this because I'm already whole. But I don't eat dead flesh. I eat fruit and veg. Vegetable pies. I do like pies. But I don't beat myself up about it. I just don't do what I hate. Smoking. Is it good or evil? No, it's just fucking stupid. It will go. But I don't hate it. Because if I hated it, I wouldn't do it. There you go. I hope that sheds some light.